Welcome back to Table Talk, and we have a great treat for you. But first, I want to tell you about our website, where you'll find our bios and pics and so much more. Go to www.realtabletalk.com, and while you're there, check out our blog because you can join in on the conversation, ask us questions, ask anything you want, make suggestions, whatever you want to do. Bree?
Thank you so much, Annalise. Joining us for Table Talk is our very special guest, porn star, India.
Ex-porn star.
All right, ex-porn star, yay!
Thank you guys for having me today.
Thank you so very much for being here. Well, we're going to ask you some questions in just a moment, but you know about our show. We always talk about the food that goes from your mouth to your cha-cha. We are taping live at This Is It, 2853 Panola Road in East Atlanta. And what they've done is prepared some potato souffle for us. And we're going to talk about potatoes and how they work and if they have anything to do with sexual experiences. But right now we want to dig in and take a taste and see if it goes from our mouth to our cha-cha in 60 seconds. Ready, ladies?
Ready.
All right.
Oh, this is good. It goes much quicker than that.
Delicioso.
This is it. It's been there and back already.
This is it. This is it. Creamy and sweet.
Good.
It's real good, right?
It's very good.
Well, we're going to talk to the manager of This Is It in just a few moments, but before we do that, Cherie, tell us about potatoes and what they can do.
Well, for you who don't know, the sweet potato actually aids in getting pregnant. So if y'all ain't trying to get pregnant, y'all put the spoon. I'm gonna move mine over too.
I'm gonna keep mine, so I can't get pregnant anymore.
Same here. Yes, I read that over in Africa there's a tribe.
That's out of the question.
And they rarely get pregnant at all. But over there, this tribe right now, they're having like twins and they're on the sweet potato diet. And they're just twins popping out everywhere. So it's proven. But the thing about it is wild. It's a wild yam. So it's rare that you would get it. But if you're trying to get pregnant, you might want to try that sweet potato diet. Okay.
So you have to go order them from wherever that is?
You can't order it. No, it's rare. They're not saying that that's why they're getting pregnant, but because it's not normal for them to get pregnant at all. So for them to be having twins. But the yam also has a high level of progesterone in it, which actually is the hormone for the female that actually prepares the uterus for the fertilized egg. So being that that's that, eat a lot of them and your eggs to get ready.
Thanks for
that. Well, my tubes are tied.
Thanks for the warning.
Thank you, Lord.
You still we can eat them.
Mine are tied, died, late. No more kids out of here.
Right. So, ladies, what I want to do is also talk about your name for your cha-cha. I like to call it cha-cha because, there's certain things you cannot say on TV. So we wanted to come up with a good name to call it. We actually had a competition for ladies who would actually pick what name they call their cha-cha or their vagina, the correct way to say it, vagina. We want to make it interesting. So tell us what you call yours, India.
I don't have a name.
You don't?
No. I never gave my kitty a name. Well, there you go.
We'll call it Kitty. I say Kitty.
Yeah.
So India came up with her name for her cha-cha on Table Talk, and she's calling it the kitty.
I never had a name for it. So.
Ladies, what about you?
I didn't either, but I think I would call it the vault.
Okay.
You get a combination and you get the treasure.
Well, then.
So I call mine the slip and slide.
I'm not going to ask you to say more.
What about you, Sheree? I don't have a name for it. We just coochie. It's just coochie.
Let me see. It depends on what time of the month. Depending on the time of the month, it might be the red snapper. If not, we're gonna call it a pink panther.
All right now.
Yes.
And me and my friends, we always used to call it Nunu Pie. I don't know.
Isn't that sweet?
I like that.
It's good to let the man think of the name. I let the man think of the name.
I like that. What do you think? What's the best name you've heard so far?
Probably slip and slide.
Slip and slide. Because you gotta be yay tall to ride the slip and slide.
Slide in here, you might stay a while.
So India, tell us, how did you get started in the porn industry?
I got started So like about 11 years ago,
Okay.
I didn't think I was gonna do porn. Like it just happened. So I don't know. It's just, you know, it was a couple of, like 11 years ago, and I actually met someone on Venice Beach in California. And he came up to me, and he was just different. Like I had people approach me before, but he was so honest, and he said what it was. Like most people will say, oh, you know, it's just taking pictures or, it's, you know, doing something else.
Right.
But he was just like straightforward. Like he told, you know, what it was. And I was like, are you serious? I would never do that. But I have other people that I might want to introduce you to that might be interested. So that's how I started. So I was introducing him to other girls.
Did they do it?
One did.
Okay.
And I actually went to a set and I saw how professional it was. Like I used to think porn was just like ghetto or, you know, some of the porns you see, it didn't look put together good.
Right.
So I went to a set, it looked professional. Everybody was like, you know, doing what they do. That was their career.
Right.
So, you know, that's how it started.
So when you first went to the set and you saw how professional, is that what made you start doing it, or?
No, it just got me more interested.
Okay.
So I was more interested because I saw that it was, you know, this is these people's careers. This
Right.
is what they do. It is a professional setting. It was safe, and that's how I got interested in it.
Did your friend convince you? The one that did do
No,
it?
no.
No?
Actually, he never thought I would do it. So I came to him. I came back to him, and I'm like, you know what? I think I want to try it. So that's what happened. So it was like really 7 months later after we met.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So your first experience, how did it feel?
Oh my gosh. The first experience was so scary. Like honestly, I didn't know, like I never went down on a guy. So my first time was on set. Most girls are like, you know, thinking about, you know, what they're doing or like being with the guy and everybody around. I was more concerned about going down on the guy. So I was at home and I'm getting blow pops, I'm getting all kind of stuff, right? Anything I can do to practice and just, you know, just try to get some experience because in 2 days. So I basically did that, and that was like the most scariest part. Other than that,
did you
I was
already
okay.
know that you were going to have to go down on? Did they tell you ahead of time that this is what you're going to do?
Right, yeah, I knew. And in the porn you have, I mean, that's like a, you know,
That's
it's
standard.
right.
Yeah.
Prerequisite.
All right.
And you weren't uncomfortable knowing, you know, all these cameras and all these people are there, and this person that you probably didn't know was.
Well, the first one I did, I don't know if they do this all the time, but they kind of like let me. They didn't have like 3-4 cameras on set. It was only one camera guy. It was only just the guy, me, the camera guy. That was it.
Oh, so they eased you.
And my manager was
That's
on
a
the
good
side.
thing.
Right.
Okay.
So it made it a little easier for me
Right.
because other than that, I probably would have been a little more scared with so many people on set.
Right.
So.
All right.
Were you scared about like STDs or like how do they do that?
We're going to hold that thought. Erica, give you a minute to think about that question, and we'll be right back. Ryan, take us out to break.